Good evening is the frequency in use. All right, I've been sitting here listening to it, so I know it's not in use except for me. My name is Paul. My call is K4PEW. Net control for the net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? I feel so silly asking that every time. It's such a ham tradition. There is none, but if you do, call 911 first if you can. If you can't do that, call us. We'll call 911 for you, or we'll come over and just talk you down as you put bandages on yourself. Net may be broken at any time for an emergency. For information on this net, see our Yahoo site. Just go to Yahoo, in the search block, put my call, K4PEW, and you'll bring up a nice image of my radio. But backed by popular demand and the fact that I got a new adapter for my radio, so now I can do what I do with everything connected to this radio instead of the other one. Anyway, that's YouTube search block, K4PEW. As for the other website, it's 146415.net. Some nice information on Simplex. You can also go to our groups.io page. That's our email system. It's groups, groups.io, and just do a search in there for MJSS, and you'll see our schedule and our net schedule and some other stuff about the non-club club. Let's see what else. Oh, and you can also go to you can also email me at k4pew@arrl.net. Purpose of NESDAP fun. Oh no, I didn't get. I went skip the line here. We normally meet. Yeah, we normally meet at 8 o'clock Wednesday and Saturday nights for the net. Rain or not, rain or shine, lightning or not, unless I'm out of town and I forgot to take my radio or my phone with me. We conduct the net on 146.415 or .415 FM, Simplex. And the purpose of NESDAP fun. Figure out who we can hear, can't hear, all that jazz. It's just more or less a lot of fun. I can't believe we've been doing almost 7 years, twice a week, so it's kind of neat. And we're in net number 719, and we'll be at 7 years September something. I have to look at what it is. At any rate, we invite everyone to use it for announcements. The big announcement is that there's still 1 day left at the Ham Fest in Huntsville, which I went today, and it was really nice. A lot of stuff, all the ham gear you'd ever want. Unless you bought it strictly from DX Engineer, who wussed out and didn't show up, and neither did HRO, which you could all buy from a couple other ham organizations, one of them being Gigaparts and some others. I'm not trying to advertise for them. But there were other things, a nice icon display, all kinds of neat stuff. Let's see, where was it? Oh yeah, for announcements. I don't have any specific announcement other than next Saturday there's 2 events. Write them down, 2. A breakfast and Cedars 11-9. So you could squeeze in a breakfast. We'll meet at 6. If you get there at 7:30, I'll be there, and you can have the honor of being with the guy who came back from the Ham Fest with only a couple things. And yeah, a couple. That's right. Not to mention $25 worth of gas. Anyway. Yeah, you can go to the breakfast, slide over to the Ham Fest at Cedars 11. I don't want to put anybody off if they're really interested in going. Don't even come to the breakfast. I like to support the local Ham Fest, and that one's been here long before I got here. At any rate, anybody have any other announcements or information about any events? All righty, is this thing on? Is this on? Anyway. Again, we're going to be taking this net number 719. We're going to be starting from the north, and we'll be taking short on time check-ins. And unless we have any other corrections or input that we need right now, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'll give you a break. I'll break here and see if there's anybody who has an announcement. Apparently not. All righty. Taking people short on time. Please come in. Is this thing on? Is anybody out there? I'm sure there is. All right, I'll wish to go ahead and start from the north then. Please come in. All righty. Sounds like nobody's on there. Is anybody anywhere? Now, hang on.
I don't think his antenna's hooked up because it says ISWR every time he keys.
I I just noticed. Be quiet. I'm going to start all over, but here's the short version. Net control, K4PEW. I'm taking short time check-ins. Please come in.
This is KM4 being LaSalle, out about Juliet.
Ah, very good, LaSalle. You doing all right?
Yes, sir. I'm doing okay. I'm glad I hear you. I heard you on YouTube, but I didn't hear you on the radio.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw everybody a curve. And I certainly did. I threw myself a curve, and all of a sudden I said, hey, wait a minute, what's wrong with the radio with the high SWR? And I guess what? I didn't have the right antenna with it.
That's okay. We all got your back.
Very good, LaSalle. Good to have you in there. That's LaSalle. He's here in Mount Juliet, over there on the side of Providence here. And that's Kilo Mike 4, Bravo Mike Romeo. Who else short on time?
KE4 TWR, November Yankee.
All right, Bill. Let me take Bill first. Bill, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. The weather calmed down.
Oh, yeah, I drove down to Huntsville, and it was raining like the dickens halfway down, about for the first hour.
Yeah, well, we still got to do the best we can with what we're dealt.
Oh, yeah, no, just drive careful, that's all, and deal with the mudslides. I don't think we have any of those. I mean, everything all right down in Murfreesboro?
As far as I can tell.
Very good, Bill. Appreciate you being there. Wes, I heard you didn't get over the Hamfest today.
Oh, no. I wasn't feeling that great. But I'm over right now. So I'll be short time before I'm going up down the hill. KE4 TWR.
All right, I had two in there. One was Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee, and that's Bill in Murfreesboro. And then we had Wes from Watertown, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India, Mobile. Who else is short on time?
Coming.
Go ahead.
Terry, KM4 MPV had to shut himself down because of the lightning, but he wanted to check in and coach his home.
You talking about the Lightning or the Lightning hockey team?
No, I'm talking about the weather light.
All right, very good. That was Terry. All right, we'll take him as a virtual, not a virtual, just as a relay check-in.
And also KF4 KFP.
KFO. He was in there too?
Yeah, but they had to shut down. They were having a lot of lightning.
I'm telling you, man, when you're independently poor, you don't care if your radios blow up.
I hear you. I never disconnect.
All right, very good. I got Tony in there as well. In fact, he was at the Hamfest today. He published pictures. He sent them to me. I didn't know he was there. Again, second event I've been to, and he doesn't see me. I'm pretty recognizable, at least among this group.
I just told him to look for the tallest guy there.
Well, he's taller than me.
No, I've never seen him either.
No, I haven't either, but he told me his height, unless he's a pathological liar.
He's probably 4'3".
No, I don't think so. No, I was. He goes. He said that I came home to find the pictures. I was looking for me in the pictures. All right, very good. Do we have anybody else short on time? All righty. After the Hamfest, anybody short on money? That'd be me. I got a couple $100 short. All right, then we'll take. Where was I? Short on time. Oh yeah. Do we have any first-time check-ins? Nothing heard. Yeah, there was a lot of people at the Hamfest. It was a lot of fun, and I saw a couple of people I haven't seen in a long time. It was good. Who else? Okay, well then we'll start taking people from the north. Please come now. All right, I hear Zach in there. Zach, was that too far for you to go to Huntsville?
It wasn't too far, but due to certain events in the last 2 weeks, I did not go. But all of the vendors that I've heard dropped out, I didn't want my first time going to Huntsville to not be the full experience anyway.
Oh, I hear you. Now, Huntsville is good. There's always tomorrow if the weather's better.
We're probably going to skip it this year and then make plans on going both days next year. Probably even getting a hotel.
Oh, that'd be good. It was really nice. It was okay. I mean, it was real fine. Lots of people. It wasn't really super crowded because they had expanded the center, bigger than it was before. They gave them more floor space. So, and it was, tell you what, you could wear, I was thinking about wearing long pants. I don't know why. I was thinking about it because I don't know, I always walk around in shorts and the flip-flops, and I figure I'd dress up. Man, it was freezing in that place today.
Well, I guess that's better than burning up.
Finish that up there, Zach. Did I what?
Did you spend a bunch of money?
Nah, not a bunch. It dropped about $150 or $60, something like that. No big deal. I mean, it was just I've already got all the major equipment I want, and I was just buying a couple of little accessories.
Well, the accessories, in my experience, the accessories get $1 you to death as much as the equipment. I spent $80 and wasn't even there. I had a friend, he picked up 2 bird watt meter helmets for me.
Oh yeah, in fact, I saw a couple of bird meters for sale.
I've got the meter and a couple of 3 elements. Now I own 5.
Oh my gosh, you're element rich.
Something like that. I'm hoping to get a collection going and then have it all sent off to the, but you cannot calibrate them per se, but have them all tested.
So you can all have them verified and certified.
Exactly. Thank you for having that, sir. Back to net control, Kilo 4 Tango Papa.
Yeah, very good, Zach. That's Zach up in the northern part of the state here, up in Lafayette area. That's Kilo 4 Tango Papa. Who else is north?
W9BOQ.
Yeah, listen, I don't have a net go by that I don't screw something up. Did you ever notice that?
That was funny. I saw the high def WR and I was going, oh, he doesn't have his antenna hooked up.
Well, I have 2 problems. One, I rarely look at my screen, and I have a nice big curved screen here. I don't know what size it is. And then I also can, but the radio is obscured by the camera where it's sitting, so I don't see the radio well. It's about 4 feet from me. Anyway, that's the reason. And then I realized, no, I wasn't getting that. So anyway, like a moron. Anyway, that's what I get for having an antenna switch that I can't see. I mean, I have to look over and like reach around and see.
So tell us what you bought.
Oh man, I ran across exactly what I wanted. I had it. The first radio I bought some years ago was a THF6A. That one I was talking to you about the other day, and which is well now it's a what you'd call a classic or old school handheld. It's just 2 meters, 70 centimeters, and 220, but it has 5 watts on each band. It has 400 and something memories. You can copy, you can listen to HF. It's got so many features and functions in it. I don't even know them all. But anyway, paid $100 for it. The original was $315.
Oh, you bought one of those today?
Yeah, I bought a used one. It's in better shape than the one I got.
So now you have 2 of them?
That's correct. I'm gonna have one in each hand, man, as I walk down the street.
Gunslinger.
And it came with a little case too, little belt, because it didn't have the belt clip on the radio, but the normal belt clip it had on it. It's metal on those, and the little spring clips, and then but it came with a little pouch, a little whatever you call that kind of pouch.
What rig did you get?
No rig. It's that little THF6A, the little tri-band Kenwood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nice radio. It really is nice. I don't care which HT I've had. It's an FM, for 2 meters, 70 centimeters. That's the best one I've ever used.
K4BDW.
And if I use 2 of them at once, I can do 10 watts.
All right, well, good. I'm glad you're happy with that. So, I was supposed to be playing at the Elm Hill Marina tonight, but I was just pulling in and they got a phone call. It was canceled, so I came back home. Got here just in time for the net. So back to the net, W9BOQ.
Well, quick question. Did they give you show-up money?
Heck no.
Oh, man, what kind of deal is that?
Well, it's not an artist gig. It's just a regular old club gig.
No, I got you. Okay. I'm just hate to see you make a trip for nothing, especially as a musician. That can be bothersome.
Well, my favorite COVID musician joke is, I haven't worked since March and I saved so much money.
Well, that sounds rational.
Funny is what it is.
Yeah, it is funny. You're right. Yeah, they didn't even spend any money on gas. They didn't even have to have a car.
Yep. Well, anyway, have a good net. I'll be here listening. W9BOQ.
Okay, don't forget I didn't mention at the front end, but we got the the 2-meter upper sideband on 144.240, and we've got the 6-meter upper sideband on 50.135. Anyway, who else is north or west? All right, here, I think it's KO40TV. Did I hear? Is that I'll think of it in a second. I want to say Jethro, but I know that's wrong. Joel, how you doing?
I'm good, Paul. How are you, bro?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. It was fun driving in the rain today.
Oh, I couldn't imagine. I really wanted to go today. I had too much stuff with the dogs. You know how that goes. But I tell you, man, I've been seeing a lot of these pictures out west. It's very heartbreaking. I don't know how many religious folks we have on the net tonight, but definitely say a prayer to some folks, man. I've been hearing so much bad stuff today. I know of 3 babies that were lost in the flood in Waverly, and a guy at Loretta Lynn's ranch pretty much washed away under one of those pavilions out there at the ranch. And yeah, it's been a pretty crazy afternoon watching all that. And I tell you, it's real sad.
Oh, I didn't know it was that bad. I heard about it. I didn't hear. I just knew said there was some flooding, but I didn't know what it meant. You know, that's all I heard was flooding in Waverly. Yeah, that's a pity. Oh man, to lose any life, but children or otherwise, is horrible in a flood.
Yeah, you know, 2 of them are 7-month-old twins.
All right, listen, I'm gonna have to close the net down. You keep just telling me that crap.
I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Otherwise, I mean, I'm not trying to bring anybody down, but yeah, it's been kind of one of those evenings. I just found out about it myself, and I've been listening to the ham radio all day, and it's been one thing right after another. But yeah, yeah, I really want to go to Ham Fest. I really, really want to make it. Maybe next year I'll probably make it down there. But yeah, I've spent close to $3,000 this year on radio stuff, so I'm probably spent for the year.
Well, Bowling Green's coming up, and so is a couple of ham fests in Georgia. I forget which ones they are. We'll have to look those up. So they're not too far away. I was talking to a couple of hams from Georgia talking about that. But anyway, well, good to have you in there, Joel. That's Joel in Joelton, and that's KO for Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor. Who else is west or north?
WB0NLO, Mark in Northwest Wilson. KO4SAM.
Hey, hold on there, Sam, and I got Mark in there too. Mark, you didn't go either. I didn't see you there, but that doesn't mean you weren't there.
No, I didn't go. I can't think of a thing I need. I guess I could have taken stuff.
Well, we don't need anything.
That's true. But anyway, that's a long drive. I think the last big ham fest I went to was Dayton about 15, 20 years ago.
Now that's a really long drive. Yeah, that 2 hours, it goes by pretty quick though. I mean, I had some things I wanted to listen to on the radio, and other than, just it's easy to make the time go by, but it was a little more exciting due to the rain on and off, and the people who ignore the fact that it's raining and slick. I'm not kidding you. Some of the cars on the 65 going south, I'm not kidding. I was doing 60. They were doing 85 or 90.
Yep. There's an awful lot of them out there that don't seem to have any sense. But anyway, glad you had a good time, and I'll watch for after the Ham Fest specials.
Yeah, all the stuff the vendors got left over. Yeah, no, it'll be good. And I appreciate you. Well, I guess it's tomorrow. Yeah, they still you can order stuff. They got specials on Gigaparts if you haven't already noticed it. And HRO and what do you call it? DX Engineering were not there. They bummed out. And by the way, anybody who goes, it was only maybe a couple, 3 or 4% that were wearing masks. So in case that was of an interest to you, I was just surprised how few people were wearing masks at a fairly active event. Anyway, Sam, I got you in there too. KO4SAM. Hello, KO4SAM. Must have stepped away from the mic, or his radio went dead. But anyway, he checked in. Who else we got, West?
KO4SAM. Sorry about that, Paul. I had my other channel going. I thought somebody was coming in there. You guys doing all right tonight? Did you make it down to Huntsville on
understand?
Oh yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It's always fun to go in. Like I said, I've said it before. Maybe I'll say it again. I don't care who heard it. There's only 3 reasons to go to a ham fest. That's for the cuisine, current fashion trends, and the babes.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, I heard you say that the other night. That cracked me up, man. I passed that on. And that's a good rule of thumb. I was planning on going, didn't make it. But I tell you, yesterday I went to the Wilson County Fair, and I had a great time out there. Was surprised how few people there were. But they do a really nice event, and it's definitely something I'm going to go back to. And I enjoyed looking at all the chickens.
Oh, listen, that's the only reason I do go to the fair is for the agricultural exhibits. The rest of it I'll look at, but it's the agricultural exhibits are the ones I have the best fun with.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, when I was a kid, I went with my grandfather. He was a farmer, and we spent one day looking at rides and one day looking at cows. I never understood what the interest was, but now I get it. And seeing all those crazy birds out there, man, it's pretty fun. Anyway, I'm going to get off here, and thank you guys. And next year, we need to get a big caravan going down to Huntsville.
Maybe we got to rent a bus. Yeah, very good. That's Sam in Nashville. Kilo, Oscar 4, Sierra, Alpha, Mike. Who else is West?
KG4, CXE, Kristen Dawson. Something.
All right, we had a double in there. Sam, were you double, just saying something there?
I'm through. I was just rogering you on renting a bus. That'd be a good time.
Yeah, very good. Hey, Chris. So, how are you doing?
Good. How are you? How was the ham fest?
That was great. It was just a lot of fun. Froze my butt off in there. And I don't usually freeze. I mean, they keep it really cold. In fact, I talked to one of the guards. I told him, I said, man, get him to lower the temperature as I was leaving. And he goes, you notice I'm wearing gloves.
That's crazy.
It was cold. I mean, if I would have, next time I'm going to take a pair of pants and put them in the car and a long sleeve shirt.
Yeah, I wonder why they're keeping it that cold. Is it like a meat locker?
I don't know. I really don't know. It doesn't make any sense. And then the guard went on to tell me, he goes, it's so cold in here, we actually have bats.
Wow.
I don't know if that means it's because it's cold, the bats think it's a cave. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. No, they were having some other really fancy events there in some of the smaller parts of the hall. I'd never been in the one back end because I had to park in the other end of the hall, and I got to see most of the other things. I walked through where I'd never been before.
So it's damp and dark and kind of humid.
Oh, I'll tell you, the windows on the walkways, the not breezeways, but the walkway, just solid dew on the outside of them, just water, just like a waterfall coming down all the windows.
That's funny. I'm imagining the bats now.
Anyway, you didn't happen to see the movie Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, did you?
Oh yeah.
Don't you remember the line when he stops the car and he pretend he sees something because he's hallucinating? And he says he said something. You gotta be careful. It's bat country.
Yeah, and he's swatting at him. Yeah, I remember that.
Anyway, I'm bringing up some obscure movie, some obscure line. Anyway, that was Chris and Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo. Who else is west or south?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
All right, Jack. So we survived our. That was the busiest I've seen that place over there when we went to the range the other day.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I read the book Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, so I did not see the movie, but I didn't want to be disappointed. But I hear the movie was pretty good.
Oh, the movie was fun and funny, and it was kind of offbeat. And I think you had to be, somebody. Well, I don't know how to say this nicely. I mean, I grew up knowing people who did drugs, and so if you hate the drug culture, in other words, you have this moral outrage instead of just amusement that there's idiots who use drugs, then it's a fun movie.
Well, I used to read Hunter S. Thompson and Rolling Stone, and so I'm familiar with his humor. I really like him. I did like him. Of course, I think when he passed on, he had his ashes shot into space.
Needless to say, he was a nut.
Well, he said when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro.
Well, yeah, there's that bell curve, Some of them are way out there on the side.
Roger that. Well, I'll let you get on with the net. Thanks for doing the net, Paul.
KG4ILV, I'm clear.
Very good, Jack. That was Jack Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor in Donaldson. Who else is west?
KM4YRF.
KO4DFA.
Hold on, KO4D. I think there was somebody else in there, but hold on. We'll go with Mike first. You didn't want to spend any money today, I take it?
No, actually, I just made a decision not to go to Huntsville, and I had things I needed to do here that I've been putting off. So maybe next year.
Oh yeah, I had things to do here when I went anyway.
That's what I normally do. But I'm definitely going to the Peaters 11 thing.
Oh yeah, no, that's fun. There'll be some good stuff there, and I hope that it's not raining. That's all.
Yeah, me too. After I got all my jumpers made, I bought connectors at the last Ham Fest, and by the time I got all my jumpers done, I need more connectors, so I got to go after something.
Well, connectors is also that's the ABCD excuse. You go to Hamfest to pick up some connectors.
And come home with a bunch of stuff.
Well, yeah, no, as that guy pulled up, they closed the parking garage. They're rebuilding the parking garage. It was closed. That's why I said, no, man, now I don't have any idea where to go. And I had to drive all the way around, well, too far. I drove a mile out of my way trying to figure out where I could park, and it was right on the other side of the arena. Anyway, as I pulled up, I asked this ham leaving the event, and I wish I had a little video of it, because it's rare to see in any city unless there's a ham fest. Here's a guy about, I'll say 60, walking down the street with almost a full roll of like a couple of hundred. I don't know how much is on a regular reel of, like LMR 400, walking down the street, lugging its reel in front of him.
Now, see, I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd have to pull my wagon.
I know. You must have just, that was one of those, what do you call it, compulsive purchases. I need that right now. And I don't care. I'll roll it home.
The deal was so good, he couldn't pass it up.
No, it was just funny. But he insisted, all I did was ask him where to park. And then he sets the reel down. Remember, I'm talking across 2 lanes of traffic, not traffic, but 2 lanes. And he says, I said, wait, where can I park? I had no idea where to park. No. I only been to Huntsville like once, twice before, but once to that area. And he goes, oh, it's on the other side of the wall on the side. I go, okay, I have no idea what he just said, So I just made a left turn. And then he decides to tell me before the light changes, this is HF wire.
Oh, man, I always parked in the parking garage, so I'd have been lost, too.
Oh, I was, man. But it was good. Actually, Huntsville is very nice. I got another view of, some of the downtown. It's pretty nice. Anyway, that was Michael, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. And we had John, KO4DFA in Hermitage. How you doing?
Hanging in there, Paul. Just waiting for this rain to pass and the thunder. Well, we're in thunder mode with the dog. He has to be in this special place. Otherwise, he's very unhappy.
Yeah, it's funny how some dogs are prone to that and others are not.
Yeah, he's 120 pounds. Probably could even, dance with thunder, and he's afraid.
Yeah, no, I had a half Labrador retriever and half collie, and she was about 70 pounds, 75 pounds. She was scared to death of thunder.
Bigger they are, the scarier they are, I guess.
I don't know. What radio are you on? You're a little, it's not a real good signal. It's like a little shaky. You doing something different?
So I'm running my Bluetooth because we're up sitting on my bed upstairs and my radio's downstairs. So that was my next question is, what does it sound like?
Oh, no. Right there it sounded real good. So I think there was just a little bit of that Bluetooth transmission that was getting interrupted by something. Maybe the storm. I don't know. But it was just a little shaky. That's why I was wondering what you were using. The audio is loud and very readable. It was just, I heard that like a little shudder in there.
Yeah, sometimes the Bluetooth will drop frames and it'll just sound like garbage.
Yeah, no, it was all readable all the time, but that's why I asked. So he gave me, that's the first time somebody's answered that it was a Bluetooth issue.
Yeah, well, it seems to work out because this dog will not let me sit up here or sit downstairs and sit on the radio while he's worried about thunder. Otherwise, I hear this whining noise and it's just whatever.
Oh, no, I get it. And by the way, I thought after the Hamfest, I noticed, and there's always these boat anchors in there. There was some in there that Man, oh man, I don't know how they got them in there. They were so big, old Navy radios from 1950 or something. And I thought to myself, in another 10 years, there aren't going to be any. Those will all be either in the garbage or in a museum, because nobody going to a ham fest that's young now is going to want to buy one of those heaps.
So, funny story. I have two calculators from the 40s and the 50s that my grandfather used to work on, and I can't find a home for them. I guess nobody collects them, and they're in pristine condition, but they're 50 pounds each.
Those are the mechanical ones with the big crank on them?
Oh, yeah. And one's electrified.
Oh, wow. Yeah, supply houses used to have that when I was first in the trade a few decades ago.
Yeah, he wanted to sell me the typewriter repair business, and I said, nope, I'm getting into computers, Gramps. I don't see a future in this stuff.
Isn't it funny? We went from a very valid business, typewriters, a mechanical repair system that needed repair and tune-ups on very expensive typewriters for the good ones. And now we just throw the keyboards away to hell with them.
Yeah, we've got, I guess they're $1,000 phones, but the $1,000 phone does like everything. I mean, you don't need a typewriter, you don't need a calculator, you don't need anything. You just need a phone.
Well, the only problem with that is, and that's on, with voice, every time somebody tells me something on a voice to text, it's screwed up. Almost every time. Every time I do it, it's screwed up.
Oh yeah, that's the nature of AI, and it's going to be like that for another 5 years until they're actually still learning, and it takes huge data sets to really refine it. I mean, millions and millions and millions of negatives and changes, and they probably build in some stuff to where after you correct your voice stuff, it will re-imprint that thing.
Yeah, I guess, or until they put a USB port in my neck.
Well, that's coming too.
That's what what's his name says. I don't want one though. That's the last thing I need. I don't want anybody knowing what I'm thinking. Okay.
Yeah, well, I've been reading articles for years, but the next big thing is that you're gonna be able to download your brain into some kind of quantum computer, and you will live forever, which sounds like a nightmare.
I don't think that's a good idea. I mean to tell you, people. I don't know what other people think. No idea. But I've heard enough from people of what they say that I don't really want to know what they think, because I know what I think, and I'm not a horrible person, but I often think some strange things. I think some offbeat things. I used to have when I was a child. My mother tells me she was going to take me to a psychiatrist. I had such bad dreams, horrid dreams, crazy dreams, and again, I don't want if everybody saw everybody else's mind, I don't think we'd live with each other.
Well, just imagine how cranky, us old men would be at 200 years old. I mean, I don't see it getting better.
No, I don't think so. All right, John. Yeah, it's kind of depressing, really. No, it's not, because we have a lot of good people out there. Don't misunderstand. I'm just saying that people can have odd thoughts that to somebody else would make no sense whatsoever, because it's just a random thought about what could be, what should have been, could have been, what I would have done. I was so mad I could have, those kind of things. Well, you don't want to know that, because those are just random thoughts.
Agreed. Yeah, I think we'll just stick with the physical body for now.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I don't really want to know. I don't want to know what other people are thinking or what's in their brain, and I don't want them to know what I got in my brain. It's kind of a personal thing, I guess. Anyway, good. John, good to have you in there. It's Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Foxtrot Alpha. He is on a Bluetooth connection to his radio within his own home there, and he's in Hermitage. Who else is west or south?
Greg and Anya.
You were breaking up a little bit, or was there a double in there?
It was a double.
Okay, very good. How you doing? Is it still raining down in your way? Greg?
I got you. I wasn't sure if that was for me or not. Yes, yeah, it's easing up a little bit as we speak. But my black lab is hiding behind her favorite recliner.
Isn't it funny how black labs of all dogs are big, and I don't get it with why some of them are so afraid. And some of them are great hunting dogs, but others are not.
And then on
the other end of the spectrum, I had a black lab German Shepherd mix that wanted to be out in the worst of it and stare straight up in it.
Yeah, see, that's just weird. I mean, it's not weird. It's maybe you can train all dogs to not be afraid of like gunshots or lightning, but I don't know how they go about that.
It doesn't help that we took this dog I have right now to the Smyrna Air Show, and like an F-22 Raptor flew over like 250 feet, 300 feet above us, full throttle, doing a tight turn. She'll never be the same.
Yeah, I imagine, but again, I think they must learn that as a puppy or something.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. You could probably desensitize them over if you really worked at it.
I guess. I don't know. Anyway, everything else going well for you?
Yeah, doing well. Another sad note. I don't know for those who listened to the Phil Valentine show. He passed away today.
Oh man. Yeah, we were just talking about him today. See, I didn't know that. Oh, that's a pity.
Yeah, I've been checking a couple times a day. I've been expecting him to not make it for a while.
Well, I don't remember what his age is, or was, excuse me.
61, but in decent health. I think he had AFib problems, which with of course the pneumonia that he got. I think that's what did it.
Oh boy. Yeah, 61 is. I made it 11 years past that so far. I don't want it to go. I don't want to have it cut short, man. That's awful. 61 is young.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry, a little bummer note there.
Well, it's good to know. I'm glad you told me. It's too bad that he passed away. It's unfortunate. He had quite a following too. I was one of them.
Yeah, I understand. Keep it up.
All right, that was Greg and Antioch, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is south?
KN4 Oscar Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
Hold on, Larry. Who was the Kilo November 4 Oscar station?
KN4 OXN Kilo November 4 Oscar X-ray November.
Very good. How are you today?
Oh, doing good. I did make it down to Huntsville. It was the first Hamfest I've ever been to. My family lives in Huntsville, so I went down there last night, stayed the night, and then went today. Walked away with a Diamond X200 that I have not had a chance to install yet. I'm shooting for tomorrow, so I'm kind of taking notes of signal reports and see how much better it gets with the 200. But I suppose I may not have picked the best night for that.
Yeah, this is the David I briefly spoke with Tom, wasn't it?
No, I didn't see you there today. I was out of there by 2, maybe 3 o'clock, I think. But I definitely did talk to you.
Okay, I wasn't sure which. I'm sorry. There's another David, but I just remember I think he's in Bellevue. Yeah, that's where he is. I'm sorry. I got the two names wrong. Oh, that's good. You'll have a lot of fun with that antenna.
I'm excited. I'm gonna get it up in the air hopefully tomorrow before my wife gets home, and then we'll see how everything goes after that.
Yeah, you've got a good solid signal in here now, but you'll do better with that if it's outside and in a good location.
Yep, it's at the top of the chimney, so as high as we can get attached to the house. So I'm feeling pretty confident about it, and all the wiring's done, just swapping out an antenna to go pretty quick. I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's great. Well, very good, David. That was Kilo November 4. How'd you like the Hamfest? I mean, was it a surprise to you in some way?
I think it was about what I expected. I liked kind of the more I don't know what you like a flea market aspect, the buy, sell, swap, whatever, versus the big names doing their vendor things. But we did 2 of the like breakout rooms. One with the Shack in a Box. One of the girls, I guess. They built Go boxes, and then another one on POTA and SOTA activation. So I thought the breakout things were really neat.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's I just realized. I noticed when I was there, when I was last at that Hamfest, which is a couple years ago. I think it was 2019. I think might have been 20. No, I think it was 2019. What was missing there this time? See, HRO from Atlanta wasn't there. DX Engineering wasn't there. And the other thing that wasn't there was an ICOM exhibit, but it was pretty small. But the last one I went to, there was ICOM exhibit, there was a separate Yaesu exhibit, there was a separate Alinco exhibit. Kenwood had an exhibit. There was a lot of the manufacturers had exhibits, and this one, just slim pickings on exhibit.
Yeah, I kind of thought about that a little bit. I was a little surprised that was it Icon? Yeah, that they were the only like big name there with all of their current models, or most of them at least, out that you could turn the knobs and all that stuff. Um, so it would have been nice if there were some other ones, but yeah, I had a good time. I really enjoyed the breakout things, the little like small group discussion deals.
Oh yeah, it's good to hear people who know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what that's about.
I got you. All right, David. That's Kilo November for Oscar X-Ray November, and he is in Nashville. All right. And I heard Larry in there.
Yeah, man, that's me, KE4SYB. I didn't catch you at Huntsville.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there. I was one of the many math ones.
Ah, you were skulking around. I didn't see it. That's fine. I got there about 10:30 and left about 4.
Oh, you stayed a long time, man. You know, I went for the babes.
Yeah, I'm good. Did you buy anything good?
No, I didn't get anything.
Just going for the babes, huh?
Yeah, I had one corner. She beat me off with her cane.
Yeah, picked up one of those boat anchors and hit you with it.
All right, man. We'll let you get on with it, KE4SYB.
Yeah, very good. That's Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Anybody else south?
KO4HSD, David in Bellevue.
All right, David. This is the David I talked to.
Yeah, Paul, it was good to see you there. A little bit rainy, but it was a good show. I wish more vendors had been there, but that's what it is.
No, it wasn't bad. What I was going to say, since I've got you on here now, was if you noticed Tom when he said he blamed me. He goes, "Hey, I bought one of your antennas." I just thought it was funny the way he said it.
Yeah, you're. I don't know if you get royalties for that, but you need to contact Diamond and get on a royalty program for that.
Oh, I wish. They make. I'm guessing they make pretty good money, and I don't. I'm sure there's other places that have the concentration of those antennas, but um, partially because of me, I guess. When I picked that one up, and it was already, I knew maybe 2 other people that had those that I had heard. After I got it, said, "Oh, I've had mine for several years." Oh, that's great. Anyway, but now there's probably, I don't really know how many. The ones I know of, there's at least a dozen or 15, somewhere in that range that I know of. So I'm guessing there's other people listening. Go, yeah, I got to get that.
Yeah, I think Michael YRF has one as well. Is that correct?
Yes, he does.
And I love it.
Yeah, it's the true test of your commitment. It's like a cult. If you're really into him, 2 meters at 70 centimeters, you're gonna buy that antenna.
Yeah, with my HOA right now, I can't have that kind of commitment. But
Well, if you're in the cult, you'll move.
yeah, one of these days I'm just biding my time.
No, I understand. No, there's lots of reasons people won't put that antenna. Number one, I felt compelled to do it because I'm net control. I felt like I have to in order to have a decent net that I can talk to a lot of people. And that was ultimately the reason. It wasn't I had to have it just for my own personal satisfaction. If you're not talking to many people over large areas, there's not a whole lot of sense to it if you're happy with what you got.
That is true. But yeah, it was good to see you today, Paul. Appreciate you doing the net. KO4HSD.
Yeah, very good. That's David in Bellevue, Kilo Oscar 4, Hotel Sierra Delta. Who else out there? South? Who else is out there south?
Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee.
Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee. I forget who that is.
Mike in Laverne. Got the antenna up about 20 feet now.
Oh man, you're gonna have to give me another chance. I wasn't looking at anything. Give me that. It sounded like a good signal, so give it to me again.
Yeah, we just got the ground plane and the 10 element beam up about 20, 25 feet. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're 20 over here to me.
Okay, that's a lot better. I think in the past it was about 3 or 3 to 7, depending. D10 over to me.
Yeah, no, he's doing great, and that's in. I think you said you're in. I'm trying to remember where you are. Oh, that's right. You're in Laverne. That's right.
Yeah, as the crow flies right across the lake about southeast or southwest of you.
Yeah, no, the difficulty with. I mean, yes, and we've been through this many times on the net and elsewhere, but you can have a nice little ground plane, 5/8 ground plane, either in the house or outside, and it'll be a decent signal, but you won't receive as much as you think you'd receive with a better antenna.
Yeah, it makes all the difference in the world. Just 20 feet. You know, like I told you, I'm sort of in a bowl here in Laverne, and I think I just got over the lip of the bowl there.
Yeah, no, it's just interesting is that you don't know what you're missing because you know what you got. You know, you say, yeah, I can hear this, 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 and this, and then when you get a better antenna at a better height, you go, wow, there's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah, Roger. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna back out and I'll let you get back to the net there, Paul. Appreciate you.
Yeah, very good. That's Mike in Laverne, Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee, with an upgraded antenna. Good signal too. Good, yeah, just excellent. Nice to see people improve. I know I went through the same drill, so I'm Ham's trying to get away with being cheap first, and then he realized that cheap doesn't work so good. Who else is Sal?
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead, then.
You know, there's an old saying in ham radio, there's no losses in vertical coax.
Yeah, it's really funny though how we tend to think we can get it. We're going to break the laws of physics and economics in one fell swoop.
It's true though. Height is everything for especially, you know, what do you call it? Line of sight.
Oh yeah, no, it's just yeah, and again, you put those three things together: the height and the gain of an antenna. It's just amazing the difference it makes. Because, like I say, I can take I haven't tried it here, but I would like to take the same height and just put up a 5/8 wave ground plane. I assure you, I'd probably lose half the people.
It'd be a good experiment.
Yeah, I would. I was actually thinking about buying one of those X510s and putting it at the same height and see how it did.
You got a perfect opportunity today.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was so excited about buying that other radio, I didn't think of anything else. Anyway, good. Thanks for the comment, then. Who else? Anybody else, south or west?
Comment. Victor, Philadelphia, and Smyrna.
Hey, can't wait. Comment first from the peanut gallery. Go ahead, Michael.
Paul Charles is trying to check in, but he's having issues.
Oh no, Charles has issues. It just happens to be this is today's issue.
Gotcha.
No, I'm sure he's got some antenna issues with the weather and the antenna. You know, he's just got some issues there. Yeah, well, I'll check Charles in. Very good. That's can anybody else hear Charles? Yes, not. It's Kilo Golf 4 Sierra SFG. Sierra Foxtrot. No, Sierra Foxtrot Foxtrot. That's what it is. I'm amazed that my brain recalls any ham calls, including my own. Yeah, it was Charles. He's trying to check in from Laverne with some antenna radio problems. Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot Foxtrot. Who else is? We just had Ken in there. That's who we had. What's up, Ken? You didn't go.
I did not. I couldn't see spending money on something that I don't need. So I just stayed home. Hope you had a good trip.
Oh yeah. What kind of cult do you think you're in? You can get away with not going to these events.
Well, I couldn't think of anything I needed, and I couldn't think of anything I wanted to buy, so I just stayed home.
Well, that's what you do. You go and you find something you had to have. You know that.
I did, and I was afraid I was going to do that.
Oh, I saw one of those. What do you call it? In the Gigaparts exhibit, they had one of their. I forget the brand name. You can look it up on Gigaparts. I stood there for a moment and looked at they had one of those. I don't know, 65. I don't know how big it was. A big screen, you know, connected to one of their, SDR radio transceivers. You know, the full size transceiver that cost, I don't know, $2,000 or more. couple grand. And I looked at that, and it was like looking at the sun. I had to avert my eyes or I'd get sucked into it.
Absolutely. That was one reason I didn't go. Is I got everything I need. I got everything I want, and I couldn't think of anything I would have bought if I'd have went.
Well, that was a difficulty. I was starting to grab and look for my 3 debit cards. You know.
Absolutely. Did you buy anything?
Oh yeah, no, I bought a little handheld that I wanted. I've been wanting one for a long time. I got it for $100. That I used. It's in better shape than the existing one I had, the one I've had for 15 years. The THF6A, the tri-band.
Okay. Well, that's good. And have you tried it?
Oh yeah, no, I even because it even had a problem with the programming, and I reset it. It works fine.
Okay. Well, that's good. Uh, I had a person's birthday today, and she would not have forgiven me if I missed it. It was my granddaughter's. And so I decided I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to go to the birthday party. And all the time I was sitting there, Paul, I was thinking, wonder what's going on at the ham pit.
Yeah, but it's better you're with her. Those are the things that memories are made of, the family stuff, not Hamfest. Nobody says, "Hey, you remember that Hamfest back in '87?"
That's correct. Do you remember that birthday we all went to? Yes, I do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, family's much more important than Hamfest. All right, that was Ken. He's in Smyrna. It's Whiskey Victor 4 Delta, unwilling to comply with the cult rules that you got to buy something at a Hamfest. Who else is south or west?
K4IDC.
I told you, you got my message about getting the goods.
I did. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no. In fact, I had to look at a couple of the vendors, and the one the show said it was, connectors were, those bulkhead connectors were not bulkhead connectors. I guess they are bulkhead connectors, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. They actually call them something else sometimes. If you did, but no, with the Teflon and the silver coating and this, yeah. But the other ones did not, and they were cheaper.
That's right. And you find out just how cheap they are when you try to solder a wire to them, and the insulator melts away. The center pins fall out.
Well, what do they do in lieu of Teflon? They just try to get away with what?
In the olden days, it was phenolic.
Okay. But those held up pretty good, didn't they?
Oh yeah, you can't burn those.
Yeah, I was going to say that would be decent. No, Teflon is good. You just don't want to overheat it.
Never had a problem with it.
No, you can though. I mean, but no, you shouldn't with a normal soldering technique overheat though.
Appreciate you picking those up for me. Glad you had a good time. Sorry to hear that so few people were wearing a mask in the crowd.
No, it was surprising. Really, it really was, and I didn't feel compelled to simply because I have been vaccinated. But I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Because I'm going to tell you, you remember what's his name was there? Dang, I'll think of his name in a second. From White House again, his name. It's awful. Anyway, his whole family had COVID. A couple of months ago. He and his wife were there without a mask. Anyway, I don't know. I'm really all over the board on this one, but I feel confident. I feel confident in the fact that I have the vaccination. Now, whether that's a good confidence or a bad confidence, I don't know. I'm looking forward to getting a booster, I think.
Yeah, I get it. Well, I was planning to go to the Hamfest, and then I realized it fell on the Saturday following my first chemotherapy treatment. I was like, no, that's not a place I can do.
So you had a quick recovery from that first treatment?
No, I've been a lazy bum all day.
Well, I don't think I'm surprised. I've heard some people get out of commission for really rough periods.
Yeah, it could be worse. I don't have any nausea, no diarrhea, no energy. So I've been out of the house a total of one time today. And, but it's a good day. I've got an appetite. I've got food, drink. So it's all good. Appreciate you getting those connections done.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. Did you hear me talk about that guy that I saw? The first guy I saw coming on the Hamfest when I was looking for a parking spot. He's walking down the street, lugging a reel of wire.
HF wire.
I don't know why he felt compelled to tell me. I have no idea. All right, well, very good. That's Robin. He's in Hermitage, south of me, about 5-6 miles. And his call is Kilo 4 India Delta Charlie. And I was doing what they call it, DoorDash HF goods or ham radio goods. Who else is west or south?
KO4OK, Roy.
Hey, Roy. I was trying to write it down there before I forgot. So you didn't make it to the fest, huh?
I got stuff going on. I thought it best I should stay home. I did get to see it because I got to watch it on YouTube.
Oh, there was some on YouTube? I didn't know that.
Oh, there's a bunch of people streaming it. And so I basically got a whole walkthrough and didn't have to show up.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know it's been done before. I just didn't even think of it being done. I saw a lot of people, with, handhelds or, with, not handhelds, but with, their smartphone, but you never know if they're taking pictures of themselves or what, or for themselves.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, there's a couple guys that have been streaming it and are going to stream it tomorrow too, I think.
Cool. Yeah, I bet you tomorrow you could pretty much roll a bowling ball down some of the aisles without hitting somebody.
Yeah, it'll almost look like that today. But anyway, all is well here, and KO4OK, I'll let you get back to it.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what the numbers are because the last one it was very busy, but it was also, they opened up the hall, so it was bigger this time for about the same amount of people, or maybe a few less. I don't know. I think there was less vendors, but I can't say. I know there was a few less manufacturers, but I don't know if they sold less tables. I mean, there was a lot of stuff being sold, believe me. Anyway, good to have you in there, Roy. That's Roy in Madison, Kilo Oscar Ford, Oscar Kilo Echo. Who else is south or wherever it was, southwest or east?
Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India, James and Mount Juliet.
Yeah, we got a double in there, but James won. What's up, James? Stay home and just stay out of the flood zone?
Yes, stay out of the flood zone and don't spend any money.
Oh, I know. I was fortunate that I had the cash on me because otherwise I wouldn't have bought nothing. I went to last time I went to the Ham Fest, drove the 2 hours up and back, didn't buy one thing, didn't even buy a cup of coffee.
I have a question about that upper frequency. I got 144, 420.
You got one what?
144420.
What's 144420?
Upper sideband frequency. 2 meters.
144 240, right?
I'll have to change it then. I got 20. Well, I already got it set. It'll probably work a little bit also.
Yeah, well, quite a bit. Yeah, because 144 240. That is right, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I've seen it both ways, so that's the way it's easy for me to program.
All righty. All right, everything's good though at your place?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Fantastic. That was James here in Mount Juliet, Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel, India. Well, anybody else south or east?
Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform, back shot.
Yeah, you were. That's quite a trek for everybody, isn't it, to go down there? In fact, I struggled with it this morning whether I was going to go or not. Jimmy, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to somebody else.
No, I don't think you went, did you? I think I would have seen you.
No, I didn't go. My mobility is getting so bad.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's a big trip. It really is. I say it's a big trip. It's a big trip for a Hamfest to go 2 hours. I don't think I'd go farther than that.
Yeah, that's earlier days I would have gone to New York second, but not today.
I tell you what, when I looked at the weather forecast, of course you're a weather guy. Yesterday, I said, "Wonder what?" So I looked up, and it didn't look like rain was a big issue, but it was raining for the first hour leaving Mount Juliet, all the way down to the state line almost.
Yeah, there's a lot of rain down there, and I think they get more this evening.
Well, I'd say it's good, but I think you heard, there were some deaths, in Tennessee due to the flooding.
Yeah, I heard that too.
No, I just heard it tonight on the net. I wasn't in Waverly. I didn't know it was that bad. I just thought it was just, property damage and stuff like that.
Was there a big crowd down there?
It was pretty good. Like I said, it was hard for me to tell because if you've been there before, they had like 40 or 50%, maybe about 40% more space, and there was a couple less vendors, so it looked slim to me, but I couldn't tell because it wasn't so jammed up as like it was last time I was there.
Did I hear correctly that MFJ did not go?
MFJ didn't go, but there was MFJ vendors there, and there was also other people selling. Well, there's a couple. Well, yeah, no, there was no other. MFJ didn't go, DX Engineering didn't go, and HRO didn't go.
Is that because of the COVID stuff?
Apparently, yeah, I guess that's the reason. I mean, DX Engineering's got to come from Ohio, so that's a pretty good trek. But there's no excuse for. Well, let's put it this way: I'm sure Gigaparts was glad they didn't show up.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, they did. They were doing a thriving business from what I could see. Because they were, if you went there, you could go to they had laptops. They had half a dozen or so, maybe more, laptops there at a table, center table. You could walk up to, place an order. If you place an order at before 1, they'd have it into the place at 2 o'clock.
Oh yeah. Did you go down by yourself?
Yeah.
Well, good deal, then. I got you got to go. Maybe in the future I'll be able to go, but that's the year.
I got it. Very good. That was Jimmy here in Mount Juliet. Whiskey 4 Mike, Uniform Foxtrot. Who else is east or south or west?
Kilo 4 Alpha Lima, Alan.
Hey, Alan, I haven't heard you in a while. You must be busy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've been. It seems like when the net's going is when I'm busy, and then there's a lot of slack time in between. It's crazy, but no, I've been flying a lot, and then we keep honeybees, and it's a little busy right now because we're harvesting. So that's what I've been doing.
Have the hives been thriving for you?
Yeah, it's been a really good year this year. We had a lot of swarms that we caught at the beginning of the season, around the springtime. So winter was tough, but we were able to build back up with all the swarms. So can't complain. It's been pretty good, and getting quite a bit of honey off the hive. So.
Are you just doing it for yourself, or are you selling it off?
Yeah, we sell it, and K4KO also is helping us out. So just trying to do something with the property out here, and it's set up for cattle, but I don't want to do big animals. So Greg K4KO, he used to keep bees, so we kind of got doing that. I really enjoy it. I get stung once or twice, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay as long as you're not allergic.
Yeah, that's true. I remember when I took the course at the bee club. It's like a 2-week course, and I don't know, second or third to the end of the course, they mentioned, by the way, is anybody in here allergic to bees? I said, shouldn't that have been the question on day 1?
Well, did you have to pay for the course?
Yeah, I think it's been a while ago. I think so, but it's not much at all, and goes to a good cause. The club is a very good club in Wilson County. So, if anybody's interested, I would recommend it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's one of those things. It's kind of a gentleman's farmer hobby. When you say, mostly, nobody's really packing up hundreds of gallons of that every year.
Yeah, that's right. I heard a carrier in there. I didn't know if there was somebody else trying to jump in. So give it back to the net, K4AL.
Yeah, very good. You're on your remote base still?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm still lazy. Haven't set up the antennas over here yet. So, but it's in the works. I'm thinking about it.
Oh yeah, no, it's I've been thinking about doing DXCC for a number of years.
I guess so. It's I can't even find anybody to help put up a barn, let alone dig holes for a tower. So I guess I'll just have to wait until things settle down.
Yeah, very good. That was Alan, and he's in well, near Alexandria, I believe, but he's on a remote base that's in Hermitage, and it's Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. That's why he's got such a good signal. It's his radio and antenna are only a couple miles from me, not in Alexandria, but he's putting up a big system out there at some point. So I have to live long enough to see it. Who else is anywhere, any place? Please come in.
W4 EAO.
Okay, wait a minute. EAO, but who is the Papa Juliet? Who is the Papa Juliet station? Well, I thought I heard somebody in there with a Papa Juliet, but Whiskey 4 Echo Alpha Oscar. Go ahead.
W4 Echo Alpha Oscar. This is KE4 RBQ operator.
Ah, okay. That's why the call threw me for a second there because I wasn't connecting with your voice. It didn't sound right.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of trouble contacting you there, Paul. We got an arch right next door, and I think it's messing with our signal.
No, you sound good now. You sound great.
Good deal. Things are kind of broken up. It might be the weather. You were coming in loud and clear earlier, but now we kind of got a scratchy copy.
Yeah. Well, I'm back on the. I got my rig back on with because I got the right. I got the new connector assembly for it, the adapter for my microphone, which I didn't have before. So we're back on the. That's how we got back on the YouTube with this radio. But anyway, everything going well over there?
So far, so good. We've made a few HF contacts and things like that. So we're doing.
Oh, I did hear somebody with an odd signal there, but that was like a digital blast, you know?
There you have it.
Yeah, somebody's got a little digital set up there by accident there. Anyway, that was Brent. He's over there in at the fair, and he was calling using the call the EAO, which is the emergency operation. No, it's not. Yeah, it is the emergency operations center, right?
Yeah, that's our emergency operations trailer.
Yeah, Whiskey 4 Echo Alpha Oscar, the emergency trailer, and that's Brent. And well, you're spending every day over there?
Yeah, I've been here the whole time.
Oh boy. Well, appreciate your service to the community. I hope it's worth it for you. Anybody else? Please come down. Who is PJ? Who is PJ in there?
Whiskey Charlie 4, American Radio.
Whiskey Charlie 4 Alpha Romeo. How are you today?
I'm good. KI4SIB on the same trailer Brent phone. Just want to say hello.
I was going to say, you did it again to me with a voice disconnected from the right call.
That's the reason I did that. I wanted to confuse you a little bit more.
And you could have disguised your voice.
I know it. It's one of those. Anyway, we won't go there. Hope everything's good for y'all, and 7-3 to everybody. Take care, and we'll talk to you when we can. KI4SIB back.
Yeah, very good. That was Richard, Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo, using the call. It's an accurate call, but it's the wrong one. Whiskey Charlie 4 Alpha Romeo. Who else is anywhere in place?
KG4 4 Kilo Alpha Juliet. Seth and Pleasant View.
Hey, Seth, hold on one second. Kevin beat you to it. How's it going, Kevin? You soggy enough today?
Oh, yeah. Couldn't stay out of the rain long enough to keep the feet dry. Nothing going on here, Paul. Just same old stuff, different day. Well, I heard you bought your radio. Sounds good. That's pretty cool that you paid $100 for that radio. That thing, I think, still goes for a lot of dollars, even used. That's a good deal. Same old stuff, like I said, different day. Waiting for it to, stop raining so I can get out there and cut the grass a little bit. You know how that goes. And, I'll pass it back and let you continue on. KG4MIZ.
Yeah, you don't have any mudslides over there, do you? Your yard's kind of not flat, you know?
No, it ain't started slitting. Oh, goodness. I was about to say it ain't started slitting yet. No, it ain't started sliding yet, but it could. I'm telling you, being on a hill like this might slip right on down the hill into Main Street.
Oh, I know it. No, it's probably pretty well drained, and it's not like it's going to be a mudslide there, I don't think. But They were, they're talking about. They actually, did you see that Cuomo and up in New York actually called an emergency? What do they call it? Disaster, because that hurricane's headed straight for Long Island, I think, where my wife grew up.
Hell, I thought they throwed him out of there already.
He had to have one last hurrah,
Heck yeah. The hurricane did it.
Yeah, very good. Kevin in Mount Juliet. He wouldn't come over here. That's Kilo Golf for Mike India Zulu, Kevin in Lebanon, just west of downtown. Seth, what's your complete call? I got the Kilo Alpha Juliet. What's the first part of your call?
Kilo Alpha 4, Kilo Alpha Juliet.
Ah, there we go. I just didn't remember what it was. And I didn't hear you completely because you and Kevin were doubling for part of it. So how's it going up there in Pleasant View?
I can't complain. We really didn't get much rain tonight. I was watching it come in this morning and it kind of just stopped right before it got to us. So it is what it is.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was steady here just this evening here in Mount Juliet for a couple hours, just a steady rain. And it's good for everything, but unless it rains too much, but it refills my pond. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing. I got to find it. Yeah, I hadn't checked in a while. I stay pretty busy in the summer, so I'm kind of looking forward to fall, get back on here a little bit more, but I just wanted to check in and talk to you.
Very good. That was Seth, Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Alpha Juliet in Pleasant View. Who else? Anybody else?
WA5 RIP.
WA5 RIP. I love that call, that RIP. I can't believe that was not a vanity call.
Actually belonged to a ham friend of mine from years ago. To be honest with you, I'll give you the full story. He was my ex-father-in-law, and he since passed away in 1998. And because he was such a great ham and such a great man, I liked him better than one of his kids. When I got my ham radio, I took his call as a memorial to him.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. It's funny how your ex. we often we like our ex's parents or father more than we like our exes.
You got that right. The father, the grandmother, and maybe one of the uncles. I appreciate it more than I did the spouse I was with.
Yeah, very good. What is I got that screwed up. Where are you located?
I'm in downtown Lebanon, right around the corner from the Snow White Diner.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I couldn't recall where you were, but now I got it. I'm sorry. I wasn't making the sometimes it takes me a while to make the connections on where people are approximately. Some people I don't know because I can't get a picture of it. They tell me a place I've never been. So, but yours I've been.
Yeah, that's why I don't have a problem with anybody trying to figure out what I'm thinking because I don't even know what I'm thinking anymore.
No, I know. You got that beep again. It's still going on.
I don't know where that comes from. You're the only person that's ever said anything about it. And I actually do hear it when I play back that YouTube. So I don't know what's going on with it. I'm still hunting it.
It just sounds funny. That's all. It's not obnoxious. It just sounds funny because it's something that shouldn't be there and you don't know what it is yet.
What radio is it? I guess you're one of the true friends. You actually pointed it out, and the other guys haven't yet.
Yeah, what radio is it again, Michael?
I got an Anytone D578.
D578. Okay, I'll see if I can find out what it is.
I surely would appreciate it. I've changed several settings, and it hasn't worked yet.
Mike, well, you don't have a call here on your, not your call. You don't have your email on your, I don't think you do anyway, on your QRZ page.
Okay, I thought I had put one on there, but maybe I didn't. Like I say, sometimes I don't even know what I am thinking.
Yeah, I have to have people tell me what I'm thinking.
That's what I got married for.
Well, yeah. In fact, other people help out too. Hey, no, I don't see it here. You got some nice pictures up there, but I don't see, oh no, there it is. You got it right there. It's Whiskey Alpha 5. I was going to say that it would save trouble if Dennis is looking something up for you. He can just email you the results because he may not find it immediately. But anyway, Dennis, it is on his biography on his page, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Yeah. Okay, what is all the help I could get, please, for
Dennis. Anyway, you go there. If we catch it, but his email's there. It's call at ARRL.net. That's Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India. All right, very good. Well, you get a good signal though. Guess it should be. You're not that far off being in Lebanon.
Yeah, well, 73 to you. You have a good night. It's good talking to you again.
I forgot to ask you, when you, I see your pictures with an E6 rating, or an E6 rank. Did you retire as an E6?
Yes, sir. Yeah, so actually it was during the Bill Clinton years, so I took an early retirement. I got all the benefits of retirement, just lost a couple of percentage points off my retirement paycheck.
Oh, that's right. I think you told me that. Yeah, there's several people I know that went through that. Yeah, that was a pity, really, because a lot of people who stay in for, whether it's 12, 13, 14 years, and they said, no, we don't want you anymore. Oh, I wanted to stay 20 or 25,
Oh, yeah. Well, about 3 years before that, they did a buyout where they offered people a lump to do the retirement later on. Like I say, I had topped out, not quite topped out. I still would like to have made chief before I got out, before I retired. That was my goal, but it didn't look like it was going to happen. So I went ahead and went out as the first class.
Yeah, I know. They went through a period when I was in, and that's when I got out in 72, where there were some E6s in some of the ratings that were so overloaded. They got out because they knew they weren't ever going to make chief.
Well, that was me. They kept telling me, this is your year. I was 16 years, and they said, this is your year. I said, well, so far I made E6 in 7 years, and then I spent another 9 years as an E6. And I said, I just don't think I want to throw the chance away to get out early and go ahead and on a chance I might make chief. So I went ahead and took the early retirement. Got here into Nashville just in time for the computer market to boom, and I grew with it.
Yeah, see, what you have to do to make that rate in the Navy is you go out and somehow get you a Bronze Star, Silver Star, and the Congressional Medal of Honor, and they have to give you the chief.
See, I know I was missing a lot of those. Then I had a lot more of mine depended on old Ronald Reagan whenever he came into the office and started giving us paychecks and giving us opportunities to promote.
Oh yeah, very good. Yeah, the Navy's a great place. It really is. I mean, I learned a lot and had a ball while I was in for my 4-year career. Obviously, no retirement there, but no, it's the Navy's a great place to grow up and learn stuff. Anyway, that's Michael. He's in Lebanon. Whiskey Alpha 5 Romeo India Papa. Who else? You can think of it as Michael with the beep. Who else is any place anywhere? Are we done? North, south, east, or west? All righty. Well, we had 32 people tonight. A little better than last. I was thinking it'd be less because of the storm, but it worked out pretty good. We're going to go right over without objection. There's no objections, I should say. And we're going to go over to 144.240. 144.240 upper side band.
Hey, Paul.
Yo.
Have somebody come back to 2 meters when you go to 6, because my single sideband 2 meter radio is in the shop.
Okay, yeah, Michael. I think Michael YRF will do that once you make it.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, well, it's only Dennis. Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, we'll do it one way or the other. All right, very good. We're going on 144.240.
Okay, for it, AM. When you go to 6, is that that 53135?
It's 50 dot. Oh man, they had to say something to me. Hold on. It's 50. What the heck is it? 50 dot. What is it? I forgot what it was, Michael.
135.
Yeah, 135. Yes. Dang, the numbers all jumbled up in my head. It's 50.135. I said it right the first time an hour ago.
Roger. Thank you. 50.135.
Yeah, but anyway, first we're going to 2 meters upper side band, 144.240. See you there. All righty, this is K4PW, the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 144.240. Who else is from from Mars? No, from the north, please come down. Anybody from the north, please come down. From the west, please come down.
KM4YRF.
All right, that's Michael Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot and Belshire. Who else is north or west?
KG4CXE, Kristen Dawson.
All right, appreciate you hanging in there, Chris. That's Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo and Donaldson. Who else is west?
KG4ILD, Jack and Donaldson.
All right, Jack and Donaldson, Kilo Echo 4, Indy Lima Victor. Who else? Who is there? Somebody else right on top.
Kilo 4, Alpha Lima.
Ah, very good. Good to hear you in there, Alan. Yeah, it's nice to have a fresh voice in there. You haven't been on in a while. That's Alan. Well, the antennas in Hermitage. Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. Good signal, Al. Who else is? Are you home today?
Yep, sure enough.
Okay, I didn't know if you were somewhere. You know, sometimes you're not there. All right. Anyway, who else is? Wherever I was, west or north or west?
Brother Victor Echo, Greg and Anya.
All right, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. That's Greg and Antioch. Sound good. Who else is west? Down to the south.
KO4 HSD, David in Bellevue.
Hey, David. Yep, sound good. That's David in Bellevue. Kilo Oscar 4, Hotel Sierra Delta. Anybody else west or south?
Kilo 4, India Delta Charlie.
All right, very good. Is my signal sound like it's on frequency to you?
Yeah, it does, but I always have to use a little RIT with you on sideband, so I'm showing 100 hertz up.
Yeah, your sound's just a little higher than I would think I'd hear on sideband.
All right, so now I'm showing 240.0.
Yeah, very good. See, you actually now sound low to me.
And you sound high. What you been smoking?
You think I'd tell you on the air?
I wouldn't think you'd care.
I'm rolling my own joints and it's using solder.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt you've been breathing that clump fumes.
Very good. Kilo 4 Indy Delta Charlie in Hermitage. Who else is? And that's Robin. Who else is south? South or east?
Whiskey 4, Mike Uniform Foxtrot.
Yep, sounds good there, Jimmy. Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot. Who else is east?
KG4 MIZ.
Man, you sound good. You using an amp or something tonight, Kevin?
No, just same old radio, or same old stuff I've always got over here, 50 watts.
Plus that screen door job you got.
Yeah, that must be the difference.
Yeah, very good. That's Kevin over in Lebanon. Good signal. Kilo Golf 4 Mike India Zulu. Anybody else north, south, east, or west? Nobody else north, south, east, or west? Up and down. All right, nothing heard. We had 10 people in there tonight. Okay, Michael, if you go ahead and make that announcement on the 2 meters, and we'll go over to 6 meters, 50.135.
Will do. KM4YRF.
All right, it's K4PEW with on the 6 meter portion, 50.135, starting from the north. Please come in. Going over to the west.
KG4 DXD, Chris and Dalton.
All right, I got you in there, Chris. Your signal's pretty good for an indoor antenna. It's doing darn good.
Yeah, got you about that 7, but I think that's pretty good for 6 meters.
Yeah, no, it is good. I wasn't expecting very good results on such a stormy day, but who knows? Anyway, that's Chris, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-ray Echo. Who else is west? Anybody hear anybody else? You can hear me there. Okay, I got you in there though. You're copying me now, Michael? Yeah. Anybody else copying Michael?
Yeah, I heard Michael strong like I hear you, but thought he can hear you again.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the deal is. Sometimes his 6 meters really is bad to me, but he's okay to other people. That's because he got that hamatosis. All right, Kilo Golf 4. I'm sorry, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else is west or south? I think I heard, who is that? Kilo November 4 Oscar X-ray November. Yeah, very good. Got it in there. Kilo, again with my brain. Kilo Oscar 4. I know I had you in here earlier. Where did you go? Yeah, very good. That's David. Kilo November 4 Oscar. X-ray November. Signal's good. It's just my brain isn't working very well right now. A long day for me, I guess. Who else is any place anywhere? Did I hear anybody else in there?
Greg and Eddie up.
Oh, it was Greg. Okay, Greg. Yeah, Greg. Come back one more time, please. Wow, I got nothing. I'm not copying. Maybe if I got to hook up my headphones when I get the right my adapter's busted. Yeah, that's Kilo Delta 4. I'll get that right again. Charlie Victor Echo, Greg and Antioch. Very good. Who else is any place anywhere? All right, I heard Jimmy in there with a good signal. Whiskey 4 Mike Uniform Foxtrot here in Mount Juliet. Are you using on the hex beam tonight? Okay, no, it sounds good. Who was in there just a second ago? Wow, man, your signal's terrible. Are you using something different there, Dennis? Oh wow, yeah, that is pretty. I couldn't hear. I could kind of tell somebody was there, but sometimes it's my imagination. That's Whiskey 9 Bravo Oscar Quebec. I'll have to ask him on FM what was going on there. Anybody else checking in? Please come now.
Kilo 4 Alpha Lima.
Ah, very good. Cutting through the fog, Alan. Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. How much power are you running on 6 meters on that remote station?
I think I'm running about 50 watts just because I got a little RFI.
Okay, no, it's good. It's a good signal. I mean, it's as good as anybody else on the thing who are running 100.
Good deal. Thank you.
Very good. That's Alan and with the radio and antenna in Hermitage, Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. How do you copy him, Chris?
Well, he actually was around 3 or 4 and then jumped up to around 5. It seems to be doing okay. I'm hearing quite a few.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good. All right. Anyway, a Kilo 4 Alpha Lima, Alan. It was a system in there in Hermitage. Anybody else checking in? Nowhere else up, nobody? Anybody copying anything?
There was another station that just said something I couldn't hear though.
I heard the station, but I couldn't tell the call.
KO4SAN.
Ah, Kilo Oscar 4 must be Sierra Alpha Mike. Am I correct? Yeah, very good. Sam, I'm sorry. I could barely hear you, but I did catch the call from on the relay there. But that's Nashville, Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Alpha Mike. And that's David David in Nashville. Anybody else, please come now.
KG4 ILD.
Oh, okay, very good. I'll have to ask Jack why he does so poorly on 6 meters. That's Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor Jack and Donaldson. Is there anybody else? Is there somebody else in there?
There was. I don't know what they were saying though.
Yeah, I couldn't. I got a lot of noise on the line. Yeah, I'm not. Anybody copying us any stations that I can't hear? Yeah, very good. No, you have to email me if you're copying me and I can't hear you and other people are having trouble copying. You email me and let me know who you are. Anyway, we had 11. It was actually more on 6 meters than there was on the 2 meter upper sideband, which is kind of unusual, but that's good. Anyway, appreciate everybody checking in, and a good hour and a half on the net. Wasn't expecting it to be that long, but it's typical kind of Saturday, I think, with 3 nets. And closing out the net, unless we have any other check-ins. All righty, we'll see you over in 2 meters. K4PEW. KO4, what was that last one? Okay, very good, very good. Yeah, conditions are a little odd for some people tonight for some reason. I don't know whether it's just an issue with their antennas or what, but very good. I'm going to close this out before we take too much time here. K4PEW.